Hey guys, Charlie here from StogieReview.com with another cigar review video for you. Today I've got the Draig K by Emilio Cigars. No band on this here. Just check that out. So a little bit of backstory about this cigar. You know, a month or so ago I was in my local brick and mortar cigar shop, which is Cigar City in Newark, Delaware. Which is managed by Gary Griffith, who is the owner of Emilio Cigars. So we were chatting for a little bit and he says, hey, I got something for you. And for a second I was worried that he was going to pull out some sort of concealed weapon or something. But he pulls out a couple of these cigars. These are pre-release samples from a limited edition that he's working on. The Draig K, again, is what it's called. And so I think what he's trying to do with these is have a sort of annual series, an annual release, maybe a little bit like Pete Johnson's Monster series, but a different spin on things. And they're going to be called Casa de Dragon, I believe, which means, you know, House of the Dragon, I guess. And that theme comes from, well, Gary's into genealogy, and his family comes from Wales, and the national symbol of Wales is a dragon, hence Casa de Dragon, and the Draig, which I believe is Welsh for dragon. So this cigar is called the Draig K, and the K comes from a friend of Gary's from Wales named Ken, who I believe passed away a while back, so this is sort of in his honor. So let's jump right in and see what's going on here with the Draig K. Gary doesn't want to say much about the cigar other than it has a Maduro wrapper, as you can see, nice and dark, and some Colombian filler, but other than that I have no idea what tobacco is in the cigar. The wrapper is dark and mottled. Hopefully you can see this. There are a couple veins in there, which sort of adds, I guess, to the dragonness. You know, it's also kind of toothy, so maybe, you know, like a dragon skin or something like that. So what else? Picking up off the wrapper, maybe some mustiness and something that I guess I would characterize as, you know, like a Band-Aid, you know, like the smell from a box of Band-Aids maybe. Off the foot, really strong dark chocolate, maybe some coffee in there and some spiciness in the background. I've already clipped this. The cold draw, more of that dark chocolate, and the coffee and the spiciness again, so pretty similar to what you're getting off the foot. So yeah, again, this is a pre-release sample of a limited edition that Gary's working on. So let me jump right in, light this up, and we'll see how it goes. All right, back in the first third of my Draig K by Emilio Cigars, pre-release sample of a upcoming limited edition. So right off the bat, having a little bit of trouble with the burn. The ash is opening up a little bit and having a little bit of canoeing that I'm having to touch up from time to time with my lighter. But more importantly is the taste, right? And the taste is hitting me pretty well. I'm getting a lot of that dark chocolate with some really nice red pepper spice, lots of woody and nutty undertones. Just really lots of complex flavors all over the palate. The draw is a little bit tight, which hasn't been a problem before in the other samples that I've tried. So the burn issues here, they're not too severe, and you know, this is the third sample that I've smoked. The first one I did have some burn problems with, but those were really fresh. Gary had just gotten them in, and I really didn't give them any time to rest before trying it. The second one, I waited, you know, several weeks later, and I dry boxed that one overnight, and it burned great. This one I only dry boxed for about half a day, so maybe it could use a little bit more time in the dry boxing to help the burn issues. But the flavors are great. I'm enjoying it, so let me continue on. I'll check back in a little bit in the second, third, and we'll take it from there. All right, back in the second third of my Draig K by Emilio Cigars. I'm still having a bit of trouble with the burn here. It's almost like half of the tobacco in the filler is burning significantly slower than the other part. And as you can see, the wrapper starting to unravel at the burn line a little bit. So these burn issues might be annoying if I wasn't enjoying the flavor as much. So, you know, I'll put up with it. So now you can see I'm kicked back, I'm relaxed, sitting down. Jersey J was, you know, telling me that standing up I look too rushed and uncomfortable. So for the rest of the video, I guess I'll sit back and relax and enjoy it. So, like I said, great flavors. In the second third now, I'm getting more of a toasty sort of component to it. There's some sweetness and this twang, you know, which is something that I really look for in a flavor profile, that twanginess. You know, you get that a lot from Tatuaje, from Pete's cigars, but so that's something I'm liking definitely in the flavor here. So thumbs up on the flavors, maybe thumbs medium to down on the burn. So again, these the Casa de Dragon limited edition series, the Draig K being the first in that series. Gary's using a new factory for these cigars. I believe it's Plasencia, whereas the Grimalkin is made by my father, I believe, and the AF1 and AF2 are made by AJ Fernandez. So Gary's going with a different factory here for the limited release, limited edition. And I believe the expected release date is sometime next spring of 2012. So I suspect that some more aging to this will really help out, maybe with the burn issues. And again, when I smoke more of these, I'll definitely give it a little bit more time in the dry box. But I'll keep going. Like I said, you know, if I wasn't enjoying the flavor so much, I might be annoyed with how I have to babysit the burn a little bit. But overall, I'm enjoying it, so I'll keep smoking, and I'll check back in for the thrilling conclusion of the Draig K by Emilio Cigars. All right, back in the final third of my Draig K, an upcoming limited edition by Emilio Cigars. And in the final third here, the burn's actually going a lot better than it had been going before. Sort of evened out. The burn rate is nice and steady now, not really having as many issues as I did before, so that's a good sign. Flavor-wise, still really enjoying it. You know, really complex, woody, toasty, twangy, some sweetness, some nice, and I characterize it as red pepper spiciness. Really enjoying that flavor. So yeah, things are going well. You know, the final third is staying pretty firm, pretty cool. Not sure what else to say. You know, when these come out, I'll definitely be picking up a couple of them to smoking them again. Like I said before, I think some age will really help out on the burn and some dry boxing. But yeah, really enjoying the flavors. They're hitting me really nice. And again, I really like that twanginess, lots of complexity. And yeah, so the burn's doing pretty well now. I'm going to go ahead and smoke the rest of this. Thanks again to Gary for these samples, and thanks to you for watching, and again thanks Jersey J for the production notes. Again, that's Jay from cigarphoto.net, I believe. I'll make sure I get the right link in the show notes. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, and be sure to check back with us next time.